Hi guys, welcome to the Savvy Money Show with me, your host Sean. We are outside, so there may be some background noise. I apologise for that in advance. Today we're talking about lithium companies, and if we can discuss first of all why we need lithium companies. The EV cars, well, you look at a combustion engine, has thousands of different moving parts. An EV car has about 20 to 100 moving parts, which means less maintenance. That's without the environmental side of things, which people argue because of lithium mining and so on and so on. The argument can go on for decades. However, the fact is, for the batteries you need lithium, you need nickel, for the car. Yeah. So we're focusing on lithium today. Tesla, the biggest buyer of lithium, they have moved to a plant in Nevada. Now, I did a video on this before on why I think they moved there, and I think there was a number of reasons. Firstly, there's huge lithium plant mining companies there, huge lithium mines there, which means that if Tesla was to shift their lithium supplies to Nevada, or even buy a lithium mine in Nevada, there would be less transportation costs. And a lot of critics of Tesla have said how can you call it environmentally friendly when you're having your lithium shipped from halfway across the world to you, because the environmental cost of shipping it outweighs any savings. Now, if they're in the same county as where it's being mined, it's different. The other reason is tax breaks. The tax is nearly zero for corporations in Nevada. So they already have SpaceX projects up there, so they have their gigafactory there. If they did have a mine there, whether or not they had a mine there, they have their gigafactory up and running, they could actually move their head office from California to Nevada, even if only for tax reasons, and cut their tax dramatically. Now, I have said about a month or two ago they should buy a lithium mine, should do a share rights issue while it's at a high and buy a lithium mine, set themselves up. Who knows, they may well do. We'll speak about it in today's program. And the first stock I'm looking at is Livent Corporation. Now, Livent Corporation is a funny one because although it's up 14% from the crash, it's still down 50% from its highs. So it has high PE ratio, which mining companies will do, but it has a low volume for a mining company. I think this is one to consider. Now, look, my favourite Spaq one will come at the end, so please wait till the end and I'll explain the reasons why. I'm not going to go into too much detail about these because I've done a video on them before. And don't forget to hit that lovely like button, almost as lovely as me. Helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting the video out to more people. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Become part of the Savvy Money Show family. We give each other hints and tips and updates about stocks and shares we talk about on the show. As well as that, you can ask me to look into any share you want, and I don't charge a Discord fee or ask for a Patreon. All I do ask is for you to comment in the box below and hit the like button. Even if you disagree with me, especially if you disagree with me, I like a debate, and if I do something wrong, I want you to call me on it so I can improve the channel. And why not check out the links in the description below? There's lots of others. I've used each one of them myself. I wouldn't give you links if I haven't checked them out myself. If you're looking for a free trading platform which should trade your stocks and shares, you know, you can get a free share worth up to £200 for signing up and depositing a small amount. A free trade only requires a £1 deposit. The others require £100 or dollars, depending on which one you go for. Stake has over 3,500 US stocks on their books, which is the biggest one outside of the US. Whereas Trading 212 is one of the best and easiest platforms to use. But as I said, I use all three. Anyway, on with the show. The next one is SQM. I'm not even going to attempt to butcher that name. Now, this is the company that Tesla, I believe Tesla gets its lithium from. A majority of its lithium comes from Chile, but not all of it. And they have mines around the world, and you can see it's climbing up again. Again, a low volume. They give a 3.3% dividend, and it's more or less like more or less at the levels before the crash. Now, the thing is, I did a video about this. I was considering going into this because Tesla would need more and more, because Tesla would need more and more lithium for the more and more cars it does. But, and I thought maybe Tesla would even consider buying them out. You know, you've got a company that's $8.5 billion. You know, you buy them out, you're not paying dividends, you keep everything in house. But then I'm thinking to myself, but why are you buying a mining company all the way abroad when a lot of your critics are saying that a lot of the problem is with your company the shipping of the lithium, that apparently the government had a coup so that they could provide lithium for you, and you're under conditions of that mine. Why not buy one closer to home? And it resolves a lot of the problems, and we'll address that later on. Now, another one which is interesting, Albemarle Corporation, ticker symbol ALB. Now, they're the same as Livent. They have a mine in Nevada, but only 2% of their Nevada, of the US, but of the US lithium, only 2% of their services the world. In other words, the lithium pulled out of the US ground is only 2% of the lithium used around the world. And remember that when I said, and that's amongst all corporations, remember that when I spoke about Bushfield Minerals, which means them as a company, only they service 3% of the world's as one company, and they're a penny stock. They also have mines in other companies, in other countries, sorry. sorry, I'm trying to keep this as short as possible and I end up making it longer. This is the one that's a spec play that I think will do well. Now, it's coming up. It's not at its highs. It's almost matching its highs. It's you have to think yourself why. It has mines in other countries. However, what no one seems to be talking about, and you know I like to bring you this news, I like to find out what other people are not talking about, is in 2022 they're planning to break ground on a lithium mine in Nevada that should service them for 45 years at least. Now, with this one, the PE ratio is amazing. The float is okay, but the market cap is low. Now, it's jumped 12.5%, but you expect that when it announces this news, but this news hasn't gone into the mainstream yet. Now, if you think about it, you've got a company that already has lithium mines around the world that is effectively $709 million. You know, Musk could buy it for 800 million, under 800 million, because it's more or less at its highs. He puts in an £800 million bid, he could buy it. Now, he could probably use the lithium from around the world until 2022, and in 2022, because they've got all the planning permission, the warrants, something Nkla didn't have with their factory apparently. So sorry, I won't keep on about that. Then when they start mining the lithium, and I'm sure that Elon will find a way to fast track that it won't be until 2022, and he will then he could sell off the other mines. Sorry about that. So once the mine's up and running and producing to extent, he could easily sell off the other mines, and he could still keep the mines and have the full production of all the mines if he wants to, or he could sell them off to another company to fund it, or, as I've mentioned, there's certain companies that have interests abroad and in the US. He could actually do a deal where he picks up the lithium mines in Nevada, and the he ends up with the so he kind of swaps the mines and the difference paid for in cash, and he ends up with all the lithium mines in Nevada. However, as we know, diversity is good. He's got gigafactories elsewhere. It might be good to, if he has a gigafactory near where a mine is, it might also be good to have a lithium mine there, because it'll end up shortening transportation costs there as well. So we don't know. However, I do think that now is a time, once this split is over with, it's a time for Elon to look at acquiring a lithium mine. Once he's acquired a lithium mine, he needs to look into acquiring a nickel mine. And we know what he's like. He doesn't show any interest in one until he's acquired it. I did one on the ideal mining company for him to go into before. Suggest you go through my videos and look at that. It's not on this list, but just wanted to bring you some new companies that you may not have looked at. Don't forget to comment in the box below. Don't forget to hit the like button. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. Stay safe, stay savvy, stay investing. See you later.